And let me tell you something. These stories that you're seeing on CNN and Fox News and stuff about government officials going out on boats and pulling people in and rescuing them were designed as propaganda to let you know that the government was taking care of you, when in all actuality they were not doing evacuations. They were locking down the highways, they were locking down these neighborhoods, and they were going to flood these people in their homes.
Last night I dreamt about how things were.
Of every enemy of the state!
And I woke up here.
I think some of them believe that they were hunting looters, but as I said earlier, after a day or two of being in shit at the fan in a situation where there's no water, no food, your most moralistic person might go into your neighbor's house and try and find food and water for survival. So at this point in time, you have people who aren't necessarily looters, but people who are just trying to survive. And if they looked like looters, they were being shot. They were hunting people. Those bodies are not being recorded in the body counts that are happening down there. And now that FEMA and National Guard took over and suspended all rescue operations, people are, they're bringing in prison ships. And I'm going to tell you right now, do not get on their fucking prison ships, because you might not come back. They're allowing the sharks and the fish to eat the bodies that go out to sea. just like they did in Hurricane Katrina. And with millions of people being displaced from their homes and their neighborhoods, you might go missing forever, and they think that you just bugged out and went somewhere else in the country and can't find you. But a lot of these people are going out to sea. And
oh, you got to be kidding me! You guys are gonna just look at this one. We got FEMA barges, ladies and gentlemen, coming to Houston. This moron, somebody, I think it was like a mayor or something, said they're like river boats. They're like river boats. They're like floating prisons, you moron mayor. Look at this, you guys. We got FEMA barges. And by the way, I heard they didn't even pass inspection. These things look like a jail inside. Port Arthur mayor clarified temporary housing situation for city. This guy right here, Derek Freeman, the mayor, posted a clarification to the temporary housing situation regarding the FEMA barges coming to Port Arthur. Mayor Derek Freeman posted a clarification to the temporary housing situation regarding the FEMA barges coming to Port Arthur. There will be 2 FEMA barges, which will hold 300 Arthur. On his Facebook, clarifying about the barges that will be used to house displaced residents. Looks like a jail. That looks like jail. Take a look at that. It looks like jail. And they're floating on water? FEMA barges? You gotta be kidding me. Port Arthur, please allow me to clarify our housing situation as of right now. We have 270 citizens in shelter. We have citizens in... Added to that, we have 250 plus citizens being displaced by flooding on their first floor apartments. Then we currently have some 4,000 plus citizens sheltering in their homes. PAISD, whatever the hell that is, first thought they would be out 4 to 5 weeks. But after assessing the damage on all the campuses, they were able to get our kids back. Gwendolyn Donahue, displaced resident who is currently staying at the Red Cross shelter at Thomas Jefferson Middle School, is not happy with this type of temporary housing. To live from shelter to shelter is hard enough, but at this moment, now you're talking about putting me on a barge? Putting me on a barge, a ship? What, you put out a cargo of food to ship around, and now you're talking about this is how I have to live? She was rescued from her home during Hurricane Harvey, then transported from shelter to shelter. She said last thing she wants to do is live on a barge on the water. I will say again, I'm not a fish. I'm not a crab. I'm not a shrimp because I don't know nothing about being on a boat. I don't know nothing about being on a boat. County Judge Jeff Branwick said FEMA and the Texas Division of Emergency Management are looking at other options for temporary housing, such as mobile homes, trailers, and shelters. No, they want to get you on those FEMA prison barges, take you out to sea and kill you. Oh, man. Officials are also looking into contract, because you know what? Then all of a sudden another storm comes, and the barge went down with the ship, we got a bunch of deaths. Oh, man, I wouldn't step foot on these barges. Officials are also looking into contractors with the sheltering and temporary essential power program who will make repairs to damaged homes and could allow people to move back. Patricia Mooney, another evacuated resident, said she would not mind living on a barge. It's a nice place to regroup. Get yourself together, give it a try. You don't know until you try, said Mooney. Mayor Freeman said 3 meals a day will be offered at the barges along with laundry and satellite TV. And when another hurricane comes and basically flips over the barge, you'll be dead. But until then, you'll have satellite TV. You never know until you try it. Get on the barge. Officials are looking at different security options and are discussing the possibility of separating men and women on the barges. Judge Brannick said he believes a screening process will be in place to prevent sex offenders and criminals from staying on the barge. Oh, this gets just better and better. This just gets better and better. This gets better and better. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hell. Yeah, your new house is here. It's called the Fema Barge. It's called the Fema Barge. And it's hell on earth. So let's pack you all in there, and then when the next storm comes, we're going to just basically have it sink to the bottom of the sea. Good riddance. But you'll get your satellite television and 3 square meals a day.